All right, I'm walking. It's 7:33. See. Hey, I don't know what constitutes a novice, beginner, amateur. I don't know what benchmarks, but if finding somebody else who's lost and I'm not, I think I went from beginner to novice. I just found there was just a couple. They come down saying, "Hey, what trail is this?" I said, "Well, did you see a horse marking?" They didn't get the reference, but I can't. It's just between us, isn't it? I came from down there, and I came up, and I just had to stop and eat lunch here. Would you look at that? How do you not stop and eat lunch under a tree like that? It's an 8:20 day. I'm pulling out of my little cell site at 8:20. I'm sure right up here there's going to be campsite 50 plain as day, but I didn't find it last night. So 0.7 miles to a little cascade and a little waterfall where I'm going to meet breakfast, and then 7 miles to Enlow Creek, which is where I was going to stop tonight, which is only 7 miles, but the rain's coming. So to get to Laurel Gap Shelter is 17 miles, and it's probably harder than yesterday. So I'm feeling it this morning. I'm feeling my age, and I'm feeling the miles this morning. Pretty, another beautiful day. Let's see where it takes us. System. My sleeping pad is a Nemo Tensor, this year's model. It had a big Agnes, but it developed a small leak in it, and it was flat in the morning, and I haven't been able to figure out where that small leak is coming from. So I was looking around, and for as far as all my purchases go so far, this is up there at the top. This is a Mummy full size. One of the things I like about it, as opposed to the Agnes, was I had to blow the Agnes up every night when I got to camp. And I was out of breath. So I was looking for something self-inflating. Now I have a cell phone, a closed cell phone, which I've taken out and I've had when it's really cold out. But, I'm a little bit older, and you don't get a good night's sleep, you don't get a good day's walk, is what I think. So anyway, this is I don't know how innovative it is. I don't know if anybody else has them. I think there's one or two others, but it just has this little baffle pump sack that comes on with it, and it's you just press it and it'll open up, and you hold your mouth about, you just do something like that. seems to be the key, is holding your mouth far away from it. They call it a vortex or something. I don't know. Just call it a lot of hot air. But that's 2. And that's 3. And if you try to fill it any more than what it'll take, it'll just pop open and you'll lose all your air. So you just pop it loose from the first plug, and then that's it. Thick enough, comfortable enough. And on a nice sunny day like today, it's time for a nap. But, so that's that. This is a REI Igneo, 25 degree down, regular mummy. I've been fully layered at night, including my frog togs and my merino wool longs, and have survived, obviously, down to about 25, 27 degrees. But it was cold. It was cold. So I added, because I can't, look, I know everybody's going with the quilts now, but I can't afford another piece of gear in the hundreds of dollars range. So I opted for a liner. I got the Sea to Summit Thermalite Reactor. It's supposed to add about 15 degrees. I don't know what that means, but I can tell you that the last couple of nights out here where it's just been a little chilly, and having myself in this, when I wiggle my way out of it at night, I can tell the difference between it being on me and not being on me. So hopefully that'll give me that little bit of extra when it gets cold. Next week, coming down on the AT, it's supposed to be in the 30s at night, 38s, 36s, I think. But, and my last thing is my so imagine 2 of these. These are wool socks that Gina knitted for me. So there are my feet worn. I hope I didn't lose one. That'd be really bad. Good. Oh, there it is. Woo-hoo. So that's my sleep system. Any of the particulars you can find online, I guess. But I'm really happy with the Nemo so far. It's lasted, you know, a whole 6 days. What else can I talk about real quick? I can talk real quick about my cook pot. Sea to Summit, small little cup, because I hate drinking coffee out of a tin can. I have my Toke 750 milliliter pot, cup, whatever they call it, and I have my Pocket Rocket from MSR. I know, you know, a lot of long distance guys, they go for the alcohol stoves and the weight, and that I might actually consider that. But so far so good. You know, I can cook up what I need to cook up in this so far. This is nothing. And the fuel canister. Oh wait. There's one thing I forgot to mention. I got an Outdoor Vitals pillow. I was looking for a puffy. My God, the prices of everything. And if you're watching this channel, if you're watching this YouTube video, you watch others, and I'm sure you've seen Outdoor Vitals advertised all over the place. And you know, I was looking for one. You know, what the guy was talking about made sense, and the price break at that time was the coat and the pillow for like $114, and I just couldn't. You know, I never really thought about a pillow. I always just use clothes, but with the coat and the pillow, I couldn't really pass it up. You know, we'll see how the coat fares when it gets colder out. Right now, it's comfortable. Except right at the pit zip, I'm not wearing a shirt, and it's pokey in the armpit, you know, pokey. Okay, real quick, PSA, public service announcement, all right, lost and found. Just real quick, a couple of things. I found a pair of Adidas socks. I just found those a few minutes ago. Earlier today, I found a pair of Atlas Extreme Large gloves. There's two of them, a matching pair, a left and a right. Aforementioned, I found a case knife. This was outside of Fontana Village. And then also I found one Lecky Makulo Tour, one trekking pole. So I found that. That's the end of the public service announcement. If any of those items, if you can tell me where you lost any of those items, if any of these look familiar, the Osprey, I'm just going to tell you it's at campsite 55. I'm not going to go back and get it and send it to you. However, anything else, if anything's familiar, just leave me a comment. I'd be more than happy to get it back to you. So, another thought is, though, these aren't really lost because I have heard tell that the trail provides. It's a little ridiculous to think that you find a pack, you find some socks, you find some gloves, you find a pole, a knife. Eventually, who knows, by the end of this trip, I may be completely outfitted all over again. You know, the trail provides. It sounds funny, but so far, it's time for lunch. So for those of you that are playing along at home, that I did not make it to Laurel Gap Shelter. I stayed here at Enlow Creek and I took a little swim and I just stretched out and I made a fire and I just kind of you know, took it easy. You know, it's funny, walking up here and you're meeting people as I walk. Yesterday I met a couple of women. The day before that, or the day before that, or the day before that, I met another guy. And everybody says, and an older couple. And at one point I met this older couple and I thought, boy, it's just that late in the afternoon, they have a long way to go. But, you know, all these people, they say, and you see it on the videos and you read it in the books, you listen to your body, listen to your body. And I'm thinking, I just want to get to where I'm going. I just want to get to where I'm going. I got 15 miles to go. I got 10 more miles to go. My body's hurt. And my body's saying, hey man, you know, that's a long way to go. And my mind's going, yeah, I know, but that's a long way to go and I got to get there. So yesterday, I just said, you know what? I'm going to listen to my body. And I'm trying to beat the rain, but the rain's going to come. And at some point in this trip or the next, I'm going to be in the rain. And there's no point in racing to beat the inevitable. So, you know, what's the embrace the suck? Something like that. And then here's another thing that occurred to me last night, I guess. I met this couple that were lost. They were on the wrong trail. And they were doing about 2.5 miles an hour, and I was trying to get to where I got to yesterday. And, you know, I just kind of blew by them. And they caught me. You know, I stopped down because I had to take a break. And sure enough, you know, they just walked right past me. You know, slow and steady. Tortoise in the hare. You know, steady and slow. Wins the race. I know these things. Look, I have gray hair. You know, my bones ache. You know, I have a penchant. I know these things. And yet, for some reason, I'm out here charging hard like some young buck thinks that, you know, I can race to the top. I don't have to. In this episode, water. It occurred to me, if you look at me right now, from head to toe, you know, if you were out hunting bear, let's say maybe, you know, in a state park, which you shouldn't be doing, and you saw something like me walking up a trail, you might take a shot. I really need some kind of, I have the orange leukotape, not leukotape, tenacious tape I need to put down the sleeves or something, down the arms, maybe some chevrons or something. Make it look like a uniform official. That way you think you're killing Smokey the bear, and we all know that he's a government employee, so you really be at shit's creek. Follow the yellow. Hey, these gloves, I found out, these Atlas Extremes, I found out what they're for. It took me a minute. And had today not been raining, I probably wouldn't have figured it out. But they're not for keeping your hands dry, okay? What they're for is, they're for keeping your hands strong. So when they fill up with water like a balloon, you have to squeeze them out so your hand doesn't weigh 10 pounds. That's what they're for. So if you need like a good grip or something, you want to go out in the rain and practice with these Atlas Extremes, okay? Because the pumping action, boy, I'll tell you what, your hands, you could wrestle a bear. So I come up and over from Enlow Creek Trail, and now I'm on Beach Gap, I guess. But, you know, every time I put my phone away, I think, okay, I don't have anything left to say. You know, and put all my stupid comments away in my pocket and just hike. But then I'm coming down and I'm stepping over all this and thinking, boy, this would be great firewood. So my suggestion to you would be to hire this woman to come up here and carry a bunch of this firewood. She doesn't even have to carry it coming up. She can just walk coming up. And she gets to the top, start collecting all that firewood down to Enlow Creek. That way you don't have to take everything, go searching like I did around the creek for anything that might burn. You have it all, right? And then, you know, you could probably just pay, I mean, in your pack you have beets and potatoes. You know, give her a fizzy lifting drink. You might even get lucky. Just a thought, just a stupid thought. Little Gap Shelter. I come in last night. It was a sight for sore eyes. But isn't that always the case when you're looking for a shelter? Quick before the rain comes, I'm just getting ready to head out, but there's the shelter. Cozy. It turned out to be cozy. Sleeping quarters underneath and above fireplace with something that smells like burning plastic, but it burns, so it's warm. I did do a little mod. This was hanging, so I left some of my line there, and I pulled that up and tightened it around the side and cut down some of the drafts last night, a little homekeeping while I was here. You know, I always try to do something better than when you found it. There is the Laurel Gap Shelter. Last one on the BMT, or the first one, depending on which direction you're headed. I gotta go. It's gonna be 12 long wet miles. Yay! This is what I signed up for. Remember on the dotted line it said do you, and then I said sign here if you accept. The wind's blowing. I'm about maybe 2 miles, maybe, out of Laurel Gap, and I just passed another couple. But I'll tell you what, man, there's water coming in every part of this mountain. Hear those trees creaking though. Yeah. Hear those people that were killed by falling trees. Forget the bear, man. Who cares about the bar? Watch the fur. Well, I'm sure on a good day, the view from up there is pretty, but today I'm gonna have to take somebody's word for it. I'm at the top, Mount Sterling. That was a hard climb. I gotta go down now. You know, I got some bad news about a family situation I have to take care of. So when I get done, I'm done. I don't think I'll be making it back down the AT. If it was only a couple of days, I could do it, but 6 days, I can't do that. So I do have reservations though at Standing Bear, which I am really looking forward to. So that'll be good, and that'll be a good shakedown, I guess. 100. Too close to Christmas. Don't mess up now. 107 or so miles or whatever to the end, and then wherever to get to the hostel. Could it be? Is it possible? Is it possible that this is the end of the Benton McCall? Does that mean I've done it? Did I do it? Where's the balloons? Where's the party? Man. That's a chip. Alright, so that's it. I just finished the Benton McKay yesterday. Cold and wet and chilled to the bone and confused and happy as hell. Happy as hell, you know. I loved every bit of the trail. I really did. So how do I feel about it? I feel good about it. Even though I'm not going to get to do this last little bit going back down the AT, which the weather's going to be perfect. A little bit cool during the day, but and a little cool at night, but good hiking weather. And it's supposed to be clear, and Klingman's Dome would have been a beautiful view, hopefully, by the time I got there. But man, what can you say? Just tickled pink to finish, 288 miles. Oh, they're locked. They're locked. I had one on deck for about 10 miles.